Hello everyone, welcome to Casa Word CD. So guys, let's go to Bloemfontein. Yesterday's court appearance by Thabo Bester and his co-accused, particularly focusing our talk on this video on Dr. Nandipha Magudumana. Before I go any further, I get it. She's very, very, very naughty girl to have done the things that she has done, especially to Katlego Bareng. Katlego Bareng must never be forgotten in this saga because he was an innocent young man who probably trusted one of Thabo Bester's goons or somebody in the co-accused group, and then he thought maybe he was going to be hanging out with this individual, and then he ends up losing his life, and then his body ends up in Thabo Bester's cell all burnt because they needed a decoy. Okay, that is something Vele Nandipa deserves to be where she is, as an allegation thus far. It's all alleged until they are proven beyond a reasonable doubt that they are indeed guilty. Now, let's come to Dr. Nandipha Magudumana's appearance, which everybody seems to be talking about, like how she went from youngish looking to downright old looking. I even seen some people making a comment, yo, Unandipha Magudumana looks like those old women who kukabathande type of situation, and what always gives it away is the plummy lips that are red lipsticked. And I'm like, yo, okay, coming for people's appearance, it's not something that I would go for anybody, because you know what about beauty? It's even in the Bible, y'all, that beauty puffs up. I think that's how it goes. Beauty puffs up. So what does that mean? It means, when you spray perfume or any misty liquid into the air, you see it, but suddenly it pops up, it goes away in seconds. So you are not immune to your youth. Let me tell you something. It is not going to be there forever. And those that laugh at other people for growing old or bashwabana, it's sad how when they grow older, it becomes so worse, so much so that they are the same people. If they have money, they go for plastic surgeries, or they go for Botox, or they go for something that is going to stretch the skin tone, not the skin tone, the elasticity of the skin to look younger. Men would rather date or get out of their marriage to go and be with young girls because they want to feel young. So the whole this thing of beauty, guys, it's silly. It is so, so silly, especially when a person grows older. However, in Dr. Nandima Makutumana's situation, I think allegedly, has she done all these things, it's deservedly so that she would look the way she does, because prison don't play games. Maybe she's okay where she is. She's not probably getting mistreated and what have you not, right? But it also remains the fact that she is incarcerated. Her freedom has been halted from her. And probably this is something that she thinks about, and maybe she might, hopefully, she does have some regrets on what she has done. And because she might be feeling some regrets, I think it's time for her to talk. Spill the beans. I mean, bargain with the states if you have to. Because the reason why she keeps getting pushed back, or she deserves to be pushed back, by the way, don't get me wrong on that one. A crime was committed, Reyes, innocent until proven guilty, but still, a crime was committed against Katlego Bareng. We must never, ever, ever forget that. Bayena, the things that makes her probably look the way she does, logically speaking, is maybe overthinking. Sometimes the overthinking to a point where she doesn't eat no more. Let's also not forget that she's a mother, and we don't know what the dynamics are between her and the father of her children and visitation rights. It, all those things, probably they are really really stressing her out. This is the second year since she's been behind bars, and I don't think it's sitting well with her now. Or it's the angle. I don't know. No, she does look a bit like Shayekile type of situation because of what she's accused of. This reminds me, when you speak of beauty, it reminds me of, I think maybe I told this story before. I don't know if I told it here or somewhere else, where I used to have a classmate back in the day before I went to an all boys school. I used to go to a co-ed school, and there was this girl. She really believed she was beautiful. Well, she was beautiful. I'm not gonna lie, very very beautiful. I think one of her grandparents that she was very very close to trusted everything and anything that came out of their mouth, that she is beautiful and she must never allow anybody to make her think otherwise. And if other people and they don't look good, that is their problem, and da 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 da. So then I think she took that as a way of bullying other girls who may not be, or may be considered as the standard of beauty type of situation. She did not like girls that had pimples. She did not like girls that looked a certain way. If that type of girl who also had her own little clique as well. So one day she grew a zit on her nose, a whole zit, and that zit was the talk of town in my school. And so she would cover it. She would try everything that she could. She would even cry about it. One day, this zit transformed into a sore. And now this is worst case scenario at this point. That means dermatologists, doctors, medication, all of that stuff. And it got worse, so much so that that saw bore a hole into her nose. And again, the family was like tripping over, trying their level best to try to find out what is going on. And that hole just kept growing and growing. So clearly, there's something that is eating her way on her nose. So it turned out later, when her nose was almost gone, some kind of a bacteria, a human eating bacteria, that was busy munching away her nose. Hey, this thing, it went so far as being predicted that it might end up eating her entire face, because doctors were not getting cures. They didn't even know what kind of bacteria this is and how to stop it. They tried every antibiotic medication you can think. And she was a young girl, and they can't pump her with medication forever. So, all of us learned a lesson about beauty from that incident. So, of course, she had to be pulled out of school. To this very day, I don't know what happened to her. I don't know what happened to her. So, if you are going to laugh at other people's beauties, just be careful that there's also karma out there that lingers around. So that is why I don't comment on people's beauty, whether there is one, there isn't one. It's something that I stay away from it, because maybe I always think about what happened to my former classmate when I was still in school. Yeah, so whatever, however you feel about Nandipa, please, whatever you do, just, especially Usazozala, or you have a girl child type of situation, sometimes they say karma may not strike directly at you, but it will hit you where it pains the most, and in most cases, it's your child or children. So just be careful. That's what I'm saying. Yes, let's talk about what she did or allegedly done, and how we want justice for Katlego Bereng and also other justices that they are accused of, because they are accused, I think, of five charges, which is corruption, fraud, violating a body, defeating the ends of justice, aiding and abetting the escape of Thabo Bester, and probably other charges as well that they are going to face, etc., and so on. Let's discuss that. Not this lady's look. Yeah, I don't think it's going to help anybody anyway. Anyways, this is my opinion. Do what you will. It's your karma at the end of the day. But yeah, just I thought let me just share my thought on this one. Anyways, please don't leave this video without liking, sharing, commenting, and subscribing. And I'll see you next time with a new video. I'm in bed, y'all. I'm in bed. I'm in pain. Bye.